Oh God! Ja, Jack. It's 5 in the damn away. I will be gone. Unearned as it is in here. Yes, this day I did rape! Isn't this funny? I don't pray her out like this.
That would require me to feel
I'm not going to you're going to take me to her and bury me. Just do that one.
I haven't tried turning it on, so I think it's worse than
this versus being MICHEALKUCZI. I don't mean to put her in my it's fucked up. What are you thinking of? I guess first place, how is it supposed to be wired for sound video?
I've been horrified by some of the effects generators. For example, I've met women. Three repeat people that I've met before. You didn't tell me that, sister. Right there, blows my mind. This is a total and immense betrayal. I've said things upon meeting people that I may be instantly regretted.
If I get arrested today, I'm getting arrested.
Never saw him again. I wonder if that's the last thing I ever said. Caused a great
bam! I'm Mr. David Rubini.
I've agonized over that. That's not a whole lot of money. I don't think. I don't think it should damages on that pass beyond $800.
But the reason why I laugh
punitive $4,000 for going. Now some people go. Some people make that noise several times a day and more if they know they'll get more if they push the button. I don't know what kind of tally in. I don't know what kind of tally Mr. Tally Me Banana. Tally Me Banana. I don't know what she got going on. But she started early, she started often, and she would yell at me a lot. And then after a little while, she stopped yelling about it because, I mean, she either did it or she didn't. Okay? She either did it or she didn't. And if she didn't, she's tacked in under my patent pending, new improved oscillation overthruster record keeper, trapper keeper for rape victims who don't victimize themselves so well when they try to rape down their rapes. I didn't write down shit. I mean, I did a lot of documentation on other stuff, and it's pretty good, all things considered. I didn't ever remember doing one of these things where various things happened that were unexpected, need to be written down, and then nobody was here to help on any level for that I was aware of. And then if there were, I didn't ask them. Right? I didn't worry about it so much because I consciously hooked up with an Algonquin, knowing the potentiality for rape. Yeah, it's going to happen. And I don't want to normalize that, but I did walk into that thing. So to say she's going to be in trouble for rape or something, or whatever I'm saying that's horrible, or when Azrael was so insulting. How can you talk to the man who raped your girlfriend? How can you talk to the man? Well, let's see. Number one, there's no other way to catch him. Number two, I caught him. Why the fuck wouldn't I talk to him? Number three, I like him. Number four, why the drama? Right? Let's analyze that. Well, when he said that, he was a man who had raped my girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus!
He was.
God. Oh my God!
He was clearly proud of that. This is the culture of Belgap. I don't know if that wasn't apparent to anybody. I had known that for a long time, and I remember distinctly telling that to people, specifically that woman, who then went there and hung out and did a whole bunch of stuff, and may or may not be on the hook for getting a whole bunch more money, depending on what happens with this other case going on. I haven't been paying attention. People don't want to talk to me about things. I'm just not that into me, and here I am dying. It's too bad. 50 years old, no one shows up. Now here's the irony. The reason why they're not showing up is because they think I'm lazy, right? They don't understand that there's a significant reasoning behind this. Okay, so it's not like this is a day where I'm like, oh my God, I missed my birthday. Maybe she's clean up. No. Okay, for one thing, if I clean up, I'm gonna call somebody and they're gonna do it. I have that lifestyle for the moment. I've got bigger problems. I don't know where to go. I would like to leave, right? And then the people who, they didn't understand this. Either their bread was buttered on the side of not understanding it, or they didn't understand my dialect, or they just didn't want to, or I was attaching it wrong, or the script called for it. But for a long time, I've been prepared for somebody to show up and say, "Hey, let's go." Not one person. Nope.
Now, I'm not scared.
No. Sometimes people have showed up and stayed and then left. Nobody's ever rolled up and said, "Hey, let's go," and then gone. Nobody. I believe it was not appropriate how I treated her in the driveway in the rental truck. I wanted to see what would happen, and I did it where I knew there were cameras. Technically, the whole thing was on, but I wanted to make it easy and wide open because she had done terrible things involving yelling. That either she'd not known they were terrible, or she didn't care and she didn't apologize over and over to such an extent that I was desensitized. And so that's the next move when somebody's desensitized. They wait for the gotcha moment and they hop out and say gotcha real fast, and then that seems worse than it actually is. I don't think there's a professional in the world who doesn't understand that this is a Jesterville set. Like it's obvious. Oh wow, there's all these ghosts. The thing about when the set is it starts to come alive when you point at it. Like for oh yeah, oh God, it's beautiful. Fuck, I love you, God. Oh, you're so cool. Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's hard to say how that happens. I'm not the most liquid of tongue. I need to speak with somebody. I'm not sure if I'm recording or if I'm streaming. Looks like I'm streaming. I've been hearing a lot of Art Bell. I've been recording for an hour. Wow. So, Thunderdome. I heard it was gonna make a splash. It certainly has. I have some extra Thunderdome bits. I don't know what to say about Thunderdome. I think I am going to try and do some streaming. It would be hopeful. It would be hopeful that as I walk around, or in my single piece silk dressing robe, we take a moment to recognize that this was on purpose. Sitting around doing nothing and smoking out. That was on purpose. It was not done to excess or abuse or to get a logarithmic gain. Like I never did hot rails at home. I never tried to go do a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't always get a bong. I wasn't always worried about it. I was just like, okay, well, go through the motions, because that's really what it was. I've mastered this chemical. It's not a big fucking deal. Just because some fucking chow wow fucking person calls me on the phone and says, Jack, how dare you? Well, let me count the ways. It's just not, right? So the dramatic overproduction didn't really affect me so much because I don't have children at stake. I mean, you're all my children. What are you gonna do? Stay away until all the dope's gone? Good, more for me. I don't have the same negative connotation. It's not bad in itself. The shadows that I'm seeing, those are representative of beings that are coming into the play space. It's kind of like a hologram thing. I don't know how it works. It's very angelic. They had some meetings when they were building stuff for Jekyll Island, and it's amazing what those builders could do. Honestly, they still can do it. I don't know much about that too much. I don't really want to talk about it very much. My knowledge of masonry and such is sketchy at best. Like I can drop a few things. Sometimes I know instinctively how to behave in a particular situation if I'm presented with it, because they're designed to be symbolized in a way that's easy to understand. That it's supposed to make sense. You put your hands up and wave. It's supposed to make sense. And I haven't had. What happens in those situations is that I go along with it until I hit a stop, and then I ask God, well, what do I do? God is very grandly giving when I'm alone with God in like a higher dimension where there's so fast a vibration of creation that the time might as well be stopped. Next time I'll try to ask for a pony. I'll have to have a good reason, but I'll have to remember. But that's poop. That's the kind of experiences I've been able to have. Not routinely. I mean, Jacob, he's a son of a pastor. I'm sure he had experiences that were like similar to this a little bit every day, living with the father if he grew up in Israel. But by the time I saw him, it wasn't. We were talking about that. And then what's happening now is like my halo just came on again. It's hot. It generally feels like there's a hot fucking light. Like imagine right above your head. Oh my God, look, geez, it's like a little sun. Holy fuck, it's so cool. I am embarrassed by it. It might not be like a sign of great virtue. It might just be like one of my brain cells dying, or one of my chakras rescuing passengers and taking them away to fucking Addis Ababa through the magic of crazy man brain flight. I don't know. I do know that I haven't been taking care of myself very well this whole time. The notion that she wasn't allowed to pick another person to help me. Dusty, come here. For real. You're saying that you couldn't let her pick somebody. And then whatever she said, you're telling me, Dusty, you're saying you're so mad at me you couldn't send somebody over to say, hey, Jack, what's up? You tell me you couldn't do that. Like, really? So I'm wondering who ordered that, right? I mean, I don't know. Was it Jake? I mean, I keep saying that. I think he's mean. I think he's fucked up because I think I broke his toy in some way I wasn't aware of. I know I'm not having the best times. And then I don't know where that woman is. She could be with a fucking tub of laundry for like her. But back to a year and a half, nothing. I have not been taking care of myself, and it would appear that some sort of divine intervention has been called. I'm not likely to change that taking care of myself designation anytime soon. I'm not fucked up, but I'm leaning over. I got a beer here. I don't care what that beeping is. I've been desensitized to the fucking thing. It's not going to be something that's useful to me. It's not going to be a woman, or if it is, it's not going to be something that. It's just not going to have the oomph. I can feel there's no oomph. We've lost our oomph. Well, at least I have. I don't know about you collectively, Belga. I don't know. Is this the first time all of them have done time? Anyway, it's not really my business. Here's a question: do you still believe that the plan is on course? I do. This has got to be code. There's no reason for them to be chatting this way. It's dumb. This is no one wants to talk about anything anymore. That's what happens when the ego takes over, and they were wrong. Well, this doesn't seem important. It seems like a complete waste of time. I think that something's happened already, and these people are familiar with it. And here, when they refer to what's going on, they don't talk about exactly. Just quit Twitter. That place is utterly toxic. If it is a representation of leftists, then goodness help us. Okay, utterly toxic. I'm not clear on what exactly that means. Toxic, utterly utter. YouTube. Yeah, I just don't really care. I mean, I'm going to be fine. I'm already fine. So it looks like the Durham report has been released. Well, what exactly was that supposed to do? Right? I'm not familiar. I remember I made plenty of jokes about Pizzagate. I think that was funny. I don't think that it should have been treated any differently from any other kind of cut up, although I guess some people are real excited about it. It's just hard for me to determine what matters at all anymore. I don't know what's to come at all. I don't know where anybody is at. I'm looking at women showing me pictures of their body. That's cute. She's cute. What's her name? I don't know. And what's that one's name? Oh, I don't know. I'm expected to look for these things. Now, I feel like if I look at my phone and I start looking up nuclear weapon secrets, or how to build a grenade in your kitchen, or how to make a bomb out of ammo in your whole fucking house, right? I think that's going to set up attention. I don't want to do that. I definitely don't. Sometimes people can get off on the wrong foot, right? And then I'm not really feeling that bad, but it is stupid, right? Here's me saying treason. Oh, this is a different Jack. Oh, Jack Dempsey. It's treason. Treason is not handled in normal courts. That's true. That's what the new building at Guantanamo Bay is for. Oh, I doubt that. I don't know. I don't think that they did a trial for Mr. Trump on treason. I think that he had a military problem where one of his assets did treason, and that the buck stops with him. So they're not going to put her name on it, right? Orange man still bad. Masks still work. Vaccines are safe and effective, and Biden won. The rest are dug in a wall of pride, cognitive dissonance, stupidity, hatred. Will never let them admit, even if they see. All right, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Even if they see what? See what? They're claiming that he was framed for treason. In a way, that's true. In a way, like I don't think he planned on doing that, right? But the fact that they're dodging over this issue, when I'm the one who warned him Well, yeah, I kind of did warn him, but I didn't believe that she would have committed treason. Well, I did believe it, but I didn't know she had, and then she wasn't. I wasn't her commanding guy. She wasn't telling me what she was doing various weird things at all. I did mention that some of them seemed pretty stupid. And fast forward to now, maybe I'll be famous in the future if I can live through the day. I feel better than I have before when I've been talking on the internet, but I'm not talking on the internet right now. I'm just standing here. Got a can of beer. I got some weed, and I was thinking about streaming live, but do I really want to? And then who's paying the streaming bill? It seems like that's going to run out at some point. And then how are these things still working? I've run into this exact problem or challenge before, where somebody seems to be helping me out by giving me some more bandwidth to incriminate myself with. And sometimes it's paid off sweet fruit. Other times, not so great. Very, very disappointed, I must say, with the performance of the asset. She's not here for one thing. The asset is. I don't feel like there's an asset here, and I don't feel very asset-like. I am a strategic resource asset, but I don't really know how to utilize myself. The house would have been much more assety. It would have been a much more exciting thing. It apparently wasn't exciting enough for anybody to do anything about it. A year and 5 months later. So I wasn't going to put that there. And then I don't know what there is to talk about. I've yawned so heavily that I forgot all about my tortured childhood and everything that I've learned. And my friend Benji, he just teleported into the room. I can't actually see him so much. He's like halfway there and halfway not there. I can see like a vague shadow. So on some worlds he's here, but he might as well be invisible. None of the normies I know are talking about it. What's to talk about? It's just a story that is being talked about with different words. That is being placed in the forefront of the eyeball's consciousness into the newsfeed because somebody may have made a slight error, right? Today, I don't know. I don't feel errorty. I don't feel that it's a big deal that somebody just recently crowed at me for taking my girlfriend and raping her to death multiple times. Like I didn't know that was happening on some levels, but apparently somebody picked up a time machine and was practicing picking up girls. I swear to God, that's the impression I'm getting. I wouldn't necessarily say that he had been likely to rape all of them, because I don't think that actually is all that funny for him to actually do it, because like that just implies that he's dangerously criminally insane. I could press charge and say, hey, how come he's got this big fucking heart on? Well, apparently he's got a reason, right? Let's not bring it up. I mean, I don't need to. I mean, for one thing, I don't have any girlfriends here. None of them have been here, other than one who was working. So she's not a girlfriend. She only came because she's on the job. I don't believe I impregnated her. I don't think I caught anything from her. I don't think I gave her anything from her. That's one person, and then another person who is I was asked to use as a test bed. And that's it. In a year and a half. Why is this relevant? I actually don't know. It's kind of dumb. My mind's a blank. I guess I was talking about some sort of rape. Was it a rape thing? I don't remember. I'm trying to put out certain aspects of what's happened lately. Oh yeah, here's what happened. I gave people time, right? Like you have until noon tomorrow to pay your bills. 12:05, you call them up and say, "Hey, guess what? 3 days ago, I won $285 million in the lottery, and you couldn't pay me back $5 that you'd owed me for 3 months." Like that level of shit, right? I don't feel like I won the lottery. I do kind of feel like I've been lied to about certain aspects of certain people, or they've been killed. So when I go to the next place where there's a table of contents, I'm going to check the index and find out like where are these friends. If I'm in quantum zone where there's no time and no space and no anything except consciousness, you really just time. There's no time, and you just sit there and you think until the answer comes to you. I mean, you don't even notice. But I'm more stunned by the way there's the appearance of my friend, who I guess he's reminding me that he's on a different plane of reality. I didn't know he was going to go off and visit his dead friend, and I wasn't going to go there, but that can happen. And this is one of them cool ass Mason houses where you can teleport to if you die, and it's the nearest one. Right? Like apparently they set that up quite a long time ago. It would be convenient if you were going to explore a world without a car or a pair of wings or rib balls. But I don't know what happened to start over something else. I think somebody won that game thing, or it could be that some enterprising planetary invaders took advantage of the lull in action of guarding various systems that were being exposed when they opened the box to see the presents for all the kids to see on the graduation day or whatever. The way I recall it, don't remember very well. Don't remember at all. Yeah, that's just out of my head. The vision that was in my mind of the place where I was supposedly just at getting a diploma, I can't remember it well. And then I prefer not to remember these things. I would like to. This fucking phone. Why is it? Pepe. PP. It's Pepe. 3317. 23. 23 is okay. So that's Allie. Nobody in my family talks politics. Well, I did call it. Didn't call him, but I did castigate him most harshly, and I think it might have been a little bit too much. We must have the same cousin. My cousin is just 1 month older than me. We were raised in a small town. Our moms were sister-in-laws and best friends, so my cousin and I were very close. However, I took one path in life, and she chose a different path, full of destructive choices. I've always tried to help her. She needs help beyond what I can do. That doesn't fucking mean anything. Sherry 57. See, that means nothing to me. I don't have 57. Fire chick. Thanks for the reminder. It is hard not to get discouraged. Something happened, right? Something blew up. When something really big happens, it's only going to happen once. I believe they twin the internet and make it so that if a person was online during that window of time, they'll have that version of the internet that they're running on, and everyone else will just never see that. It'll like be under the rug, and the rug will never pick it up, or something. Because there's been a number of events like somebody nuked my house, or that was the impression I got. It might have been a simulated nuke, obviously. It would have been in the Matrix, I think. But I woke up and it was all back together. Why wouldn't it be? The way timeline restructuring happens on the physical plane, I mean, it's kind of like the world rolls all asphalt and concrete superstructure underneath it, and does it in a pattern where it's going inside of itself forever and ever. And I don't know if that's what it's doing now or if it's in a stasis mode. I've seen both kinds, not too much. During certain parts of the year, there's a different kind of spin to the energy that's imparted by the electrons that are aligned in a place where you have lined up electrons. There's a lot of things a person can imagine that might have very little to do with the conversation the person's having, the right thing. But surprisingly, like, if I started thinking right now about my friend, is she my friend? Because I need to know what happened. And it seems to me if she was surrounded by people that I knew, and all of them didn't know that I knew her, and I didn't know that I knew her, and she didn't know that she knew me. And then I just sent her a text this morning saying, "Hey, this is your name." And then I sent these other texts, and this other thing happened. I don't know what's going to happen. It seems like they weren't aware that this was a test. This was not a test of the emergency broadcast system. This was the test of who's going to figure out what you need to do without me saying it. Okay. They didn't do shit. They didn't want to do anything after Christmas. Like,
I knew
nothing
she was going to get
after Christmas. Like I don't think they knew where I was, or that I was alive, or if they even remembered me. I think they might have been busy, or they might have had their mind blown. Apparently, there's a way to wipe minds. I'm not sure.
Death date anniversary.
But I've never been so ruthlessly eliminated from consciousness. Ruthless.
So we're at
might be for the best.
I'm at the Lake Forest Park house.
now.
Those two leave earlier. I got house house. It's already. You need
Probably use some medical attention. I said that.
They can borrow your alcohol. He asks for alcohol.
I actually said at the very beginning.
Okay. Except he does mean to get
laid.
And at this point,
do I have? And I made a big stink of saying
second time.
I made the impression go unconscious.
And then
I gotta get one at the same time as a girl. It'd be great for
I'll think about it. But then, I mean,
and then do I get a
time to wait?
Yeah.
She may have deserved it.
Just
Right? You have to ask her. I don't know.
She's 70 left.
Catch your drink and I don't think it's on the virus. We're not.
It's a surprise.
He sold us husk. I haven't seen her since the second time.
But you know, she's been raped lately. I hope that woman is feeling better. I don't mean to make jokes of her.
That there's something, and then finding out that way, it wasn't any worse than any other way, right? Actually, well, frankly, I think there's a new champion in town for when it comes to doing stupid things to people that they're going to regret later. I'm unfortunately not going to have to remember the second time, or the first time that I. Is that a bug? Is that a bee? All right. Well, all somebody had to do, drive up and visit. That's it. And I've been looking forward to that for 10, 11 months. Like, no shit. I wasn't going to beg, and then I didn't realize time was elapsing in such a way until I was like, nobody's here at all? Are they? I mean, like, how good a job are they doing? What? My mind was kind of split. Like, is it being am I not allowed to hear music because it's too loud for the birds and the bees, or for the cars on the hill? And then how much capacity do I need, and how much have I used so far, and how do I go through it? And where's the instructions? Those were in the hands of the senior caretaker. I still haven't seen the cave. There must be one. It's a sad place in the sense that, I mean, I could have done stuff. I could have done a lot of stuff. It's not like I was afraid to go outside. Not at all. Please shoot me now. I'll hold the door for you. I wouldn't have any compunctions if I get shot right now. I mean, I would probably fall to the ground and that would hurt, and then I'd wake up stiff. But if somebody wanted to shoot me, I won't have to save a bullet for later. I don't know how people do it with their grief very well, but I mostly deal with it in a way that makes it easy and simple in case I'm talking to people on the phone at the same time. And then you're not talking back. Am I even on the phone? No, I think I'm just recording. I've mostly given up nicotine. Mostly I'm just too lazy to go out and get some. I'm kind of nervous, actually. Going to the vape store means running into the possible hot girl. Hot girls all over. There she is now. I don't trust myself around hot girl right now. For one thing, I might have a bone to pick with hot girl, and then I might not. And it just doesn't seem like it's important based on the things that I've been encountering. I don't want to fucking know what it feels like to be erect. I don't want to like try and think. If you really want my pussy, well, I hadn't thought of that. Not specifically those topics, but no one ever tries to counter red pills anymore. The truth has increasingly become so obvious to even the most mild observer. Oh yeah, okay. So timelines collapsed together. It was sort of like all of a sudden 3 different Earths were having the same experience of time because a big explosion put them together or something. And for a few minutes, there was one world with 3 suns talking at once, and then kind of collapsed down again. They started having a lot of empty span about stuff that didn't make sense to me. Well, I think there's some sort of way that these people are speaking about something that they're referring to me as, but I don't know the common element, so it's more hard to it's more difficult to figure out the context. All it says is, are any of the normies in your life noticing that Trump was completely vindicated? Oh yeah. Well, I didn't notice that. And then what does completely vindicated mean? Vindicated. Wine. Well, okay, so did I get vindicated? I might be. I'm not sure. It depends if these worms stop crawling around my feet. It's pretty weird. I prefer to have somebody here who had that happen, so I could look at their face and then ask them, "Hey, it feels like it's really highly exaggerated. Like it's not really. Yeah, it's kind of pleasant. Once I realize it's got to be there to help me, otherwise it wouldn't be there at all. A lot went down with the Saudi Arabia situation. See, I don't know anything about that. Somebody must have done something. People are talking about things, and they went. I put out Thunderdome. I'm really proud of it. I didn't get anybody to say anything about it at all, which seems a little impolite. It's hard to imagine that anybody's really invested in any particular skein of their life to such an extent. I don't think I'd even know. I think even know what that would be like to have. I mean, let's just like an overloaded box, and then if you overloaded box, it's going to be fun tomorrow. Crickets. Everyone in my life has brains and knew this years ago. This. So. They still believe nothing will happen to them. Oh. So maybe these are all people who have access to them dudes. And what do they do? What do they do at 6 in the morning? I don't know. But I imagine watching them and waiting. Is he going to find out? Kuczimc just bled out on the floor. He slashed his femur artery. Let's watch David to see what time he wakes up. I can see that these people would do that, especially once people begin to realize that apparently it's not that hard to come back to life. Oh, Helen Cotter says, nope, they're waiting in the line for the number 5. Wow, that's weird. Suzanne Rogers. I have no idea. I don't talk to them anymore. I don't know who that is. Trust Brothers. They're about to go through their denial stage. I think that's unfair. That's unfair. I don't feel like I do not feel like I'm in denial. I mean, this happens. And then I don't even know what did happen. Like, do I sound like I'm worried about the I mean, is it coming out of my face? Is it horrifying? Is there, like, I don't know. Should I call a crisis line? Or just let her hit me with a hammer? G-Ray T. Well, RJ Hubbard. It might be kind of lunacy to say everything's connected to everything else. And I'm kind of excited, by the way. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Something's happening. Maybe it's something strengthening. I choose to believe it's something useful. I'm reading the internet news and John Dillinger, Lisa Hunter, not recognizing, Shard. My immediate family has lost faith in the Democratic and Republican, but they will all vote for Trump. Whatever. He did actually he did commit treason. He did commit treason. I happen to know that the contract between the Algonquin and the United States for the use of their bodies and such. He's supposed to keep track of her loved ones. Okay, she was gone, and I was getting kept track of her. Right, didn't help, and he did that knowingly and didn't care and kept on going. Now I'm not saying it's not even close to high treason. Like, no, and I think he would probably agree. Yeah, fuck that Kuczimc guy. Fuck him. I don't like him. I don't blame him. I'm a drunker. I'm a drinker. I like one of his daughters. He could fucking. That's his choice. He wants to slice me off the fucking national roll. That man can do it. I might not even challenge it depending on the circumstances, but I know he committed treason. I know that. I don't need to call him to task on it. I'm sure he had a bad time just like everybody else. These people they love to jam people up, and then I did not recognize what that meant exactly. Am I jammed up right now? No. Oh, This is fucking stupid. Arrests when? Well, right at this exact moment, the horrible thing that's happened, I don't know, to me. And it's already happened. I don't think that I'm doing anything horrible to myself now. Although, if somebody could be arrested for stealing my phone and using it, they can hand that over. If they have my truck with my license plate on it, that'd be great. If they know a guy that's been routinely forwarding messages and has like a hardcore printer that can bitmap, I guess we could print it out or something. But I really do have a halo. It's not fucking bad. I mean, it is warm. It's amusing that I have one at all. It doesn't make me feel sexy at all. No. Oh, that's cute. I forgot what it was that I told her, yes, and then she's at me with some gun that made me sober. It's a pretty cool gun. I don't even want to steal it and pawn it for more drugs. It's real impressive. I do want to steal it and pawn it so I can get money to buy her lingerie and shoes, but that's something I work with. She probably wouldn't like that joke very much. She didn't like being teased about that kind of susceptibility, which it wasn't necessarily even a real one. And see, I actually thought there was a lot of stuff that wasn't there accurate too. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to have to talk to Chefs at some point because I haven't talked in a while, and this is the perfect time. In between loadouts of going back down to this fucking Carnival 3-ring and finding out like why I did it this way and what am I going to do about it, and how is it that how did nobody call me and say, hey, what are you doing? You want to do something in the last a year and a half? Like that's a long time for not saying anything, especially when I'm calling and calling. It must have been some kind of ruse. I mean, am I that bad? Doth I smell? Do I? Well, it's been great talking to you. Is this? Oh, that's. I think it's Pequia. Hi. I learned some rules about peyote. It never dawned on me that you two birds were talking about the notion that I would be set up for something. Like why would you set me up for something at all? I mean, you loved me, so I would assume you wouldn't want me in jail. Would you be doing it for my protection, or was it something that you were going to do to me, or is it something you just didn't consider ever laughing about before? That kind of set my alarm bell going. Which had been going off the entire time ever since I woke up the next day and called my friend, and she's like, I can't remember anything, blah, 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 blah. Which meant that conversation the night before had been twinned. I had it with somebody else, which meant only one person. And then that person, do you remember when you met? Okay, well, it's not surprising I can't talk to her about that. Typically, there's reasons for this kind of shit, and then I don't remember. I don't see any messages from that person, and then I guess they're tired of me. I guess they wanted to jam me up. Right? This was like setting the hook. Don't know. I do know that I was lied to very quickly. Don't care for that. Asking for help after lying, it's a big no-no, clergy. Big no-no. You could lose all kinds of privileges. Not that you have any in the first place. And then I don't really feel like castigating somebody right now. I have an hour and 30 minutes here on this climber. Let's look a little deeper and see if there's anything that'll make any kind of goddamn sense to me at all about what to do. Here's Virgo. Here's Aquarius. Here Aries. Cancer. Pfft. Capricorn. Losing you meant they lost a what? Lost a whole lot more. Expect lots of communication. Oh, yay. Gemini. Most intense connection I've ever. Blah blah blah. Taurus. Happening now. Shocked by someone. Oh, that's coming in 8/11. Oh God, it's happening now. It's in fucking 2.5 hours. Here's more clicking on the thing. I don't really care. You know, I'm kind of sleepy and kind of tired of this nonsense. I don't really have a concern about the door opening and somebody bursting in and raping me. There was a period of time when I briefly considered that to be a terrible fear. That would be boring to me. to relish the notion of a woman laying here or hiding in here, and she couldn't leave, and she's terrified that at any minute the doors are going to open and somebody's going to come in and rape her. And nevertheless, some people live that way. They're programmed in a way that layers like the mind with lacquer, and they can only think of certain ideas in response to other certain things in their life. And this was done for 2 years in a row. Is she going to get paid? And if so, can I get double? Because I don't have tits, so it's much harder for me to deal with that kind of shit. I'm not entirely kidding. I don't. I have no fucking clue what to do next. Right? It's morning time. Technically, I take speed and stay awake, but I don't really care to stay awake. Depression is typically pretty depressing, and I don't recall wanting anything else other than to go to sleep, put the covers over my head, kiss my ass goodbye, never wake up again. It's probably not going to happen. And then when I wake up, I won't have anything to do. I won't have anyone to call. I will perhaps be filled with more insects and spirits. I don't know. The notion that I'm here alone with nobody coming to help is as accurate as it can be expressed. The person who's in charge of this landscape, I would imagine, is the commander. Not sure. He could very well be in jail. Don't know. It's not like he hasn't done anything bad. Don't know. He might be immune to jail since it's martial law. He just might be in fucking Argentina. Don't know. Maybe he's ethereal. Maybe he is ephemeral. Maybe he is hanging like a keychain at the back of somebody's fucking door. It doesn't matter. He's not on my list of things. I'm curious about these beepings, though. Usually this phone doesn't play that noise because I don't look at this chat channel, and then I suddenly found myself glued to it for the last few hours. Not directly a few hours, but over the last 18, it's just started cheaper and beeping. I don't remember that turned on. There's 2 other versions of each person, and the higher selves act as decoys for the true degenerates, and then the upper people are taken over by space lizards on planes of reality you're not familiar with. That's basically what's true. Yeah. I saw a chat channel, a forum channel, a thread on Telegram. There was many hundreds of people in there chatting back and forth. I was moving at a fairly brisk pace, and then instead of there being the same dimension and letter size font, it either got bigger or smaller, and then it became twice as big in the same place, and then it kind of smoothed into a smoother image that looked like one that was there before, but it was somehow denser. Wow, just got dizzy thinking about that. So I don't know how that works either, but it seems like if there was 2 parallel places and one had a phone, the other had a phone, and they were trying to get together, there would be some kind of software to kind of line them up together in a way that looks pleasing and such. They can do that with the camera eye. It can read the diameter or the dilation. The dilation of your irises to fractions of a tiny thing. And apparently there's a clever science that lets a computer analyze these measurements and spit out a diagnosis of what kind of problems might be ailing the body. That seems like a good thing to do, right? I sent my sister a link to an RFK interview, and she said she wouldn't watch it. These people are so deep into their programming, they don't want to see anything that might put a dent in the emotional investment they made with the blind belief system. Edited 9/11. Oh, that's clever. I believe that that's an example of a post that was written 2 years earlier. I don't think it was written 9/11. Yeah, well, it's 9/11 last night, but it's 6:44 here. And then it seems like this is artificial text that's meant to spit out and look like it's something that's supposed to be timely. "9/12. I need medical attention and a bath. No response. Okay. This is repeat. This is in fact boiler. This is a repeating loop. Not that that's wrong, but kind of makes me feel. I cared earlier when I saw you in a dream, but that was quite a while ago in my personal written. And I'm betting that this message you just left might be there. Probably not. Oh, Frankie. 5 stages of grief and coming for the ones that have refused to open their eyes. Okay. Who would I have grief for? I'm not sure who is there to be grieving for again. And myself, I guess. Am I going to die? Or don't really care. I don't think I'm going to have the experience of death, but I could be leaving behind. Oh, if you really want my pussy, come on. Okay, so I got that message. Here's Lionel. Here's here's Anita in her next life. She's black. Good for her. I don't know if it's a digital thing, but Felicity Tarot, Misty Blue Tarot, Gregory. So 1, 2, 3 people that I could talk to, and one of them's a Jew. So Felicity Tarot, Misty Blue Tarot. These are, I guess, the divine feminine and the other divine feminine. When the world is reduced to a single occupant, everything's quiet and it's just you and God. It's not the same one as being recorded, but there's the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the divine sacred masculine. There's 4, from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8, kind of. There's this really hot woman, and she's in Chicago. She's almost hot enough to go to Chicago, but the thing is, she doesn't like me. She doesn't remember me. She's dead from a previous life, and she was reborn, ding, instantly over there. And she'd either been not there, or she'd been somebody else, or somehow it works. Sometimes people get to do that. They get to go bing bing, and if somebody wants a new thing and a new whatever, there's ways that can be done. I don't know how it's done myself, but this one looks like somebody recently I've seen. For whatever reason, my Android phone wants me to see this one. She's either paid for attention, or she has the pleasant qualities that have been carved into her flesh by Albert Finney in that movie Looker. But in reality, I'm just looking to see what's here. Well, what would you do if I broke in your house? Here's a person with the video. They're wearing a ski mask. I ignored him. All right, well, I don't feel like downloading this. I don't know. Don't freak out. Explorer's Guide to something. Steel Panther presents episode 2. Well, it's good they got that started. Do we think that that's a SP? Is that a Bridge County production, or is it Madison Avenue? Well, how much are you willing to consider someone? So these people, they didn't figure out that I was intentionally making myself bad on purpose to see what would occur. Would somebody figure out that they needed to demonstrate, right? Or would they just like continually sit there acting like I need to demonstrate and then laugh behind my back while they're watching me on the video? Like they got a streamer at the wherever the fuck they hang. They have an awareness of each other. Like they get together. They know their thing. They have circles. They go back and forth. They're on mission, right? Somebody took the fucking bait and ran for quite a little ways, and they seem to be upset about that, right? As if it wasn't obvious what I was doing. I wanted to ask a question, and then it was a lot of before an answer came out, and the answer turned out to be no. And then I just left it there because I didn't give a fuck. I just left it there. I didn't give a fuck. If I had taken it with me, well, I guess she would have reported that too. What the fuck? Damn, girl. I had no idea she was like that. I mean, I didn't tell anybody that she gave me or anything, did she? I don't think she did. I guess the phenomenon of putting something in a bag and handing it over and going through the motions, I guess that's supposed to be a big deal, right? Does it compare to putting a condom on? I don't know. I mean, I didn't tell her just. What did I tell her? It doesn't fucking matter. But she had to tell me it was a big fucking deal. And then apparently she's surprised that I didn't do that specifically to indicate that I was done. Had enough with the shit, okay? Like, you're like, fuck you. I'm fucking done. Done. I don't want to do this. I've been doing this for long enough. I've gained all the information I need to get. It's not that great, like, really. The real thing is not, it's not unhandleable. It's not overwhelmingly compelling unless you fuck yourself up and get used to the whatever. But it's bad for other reasons other than it's addicted. I'm not addicted to anything at the moment. I don't even necessarily have a dependency. I've given up the need for hugs, so we're good there. I haven't. If you really want my pussy, well, you know, I might as well ask. I don't know how I would get her pussy. Where's her pussy? I don't see that. Here's Q. Here's I've lost the pussy. Where is it? Oh, okay. Let's go there. Okay, it's 2 hours ago. 4:02. Now it's 6:51. I don't really want. Do I really want pussy at 6:51? I don't think so. Yeah. And then she. Oh, this is a different page. You know. So. I'm waiting for you. Well, if she's waiting, then she would probably have to be. A server, right? And I don't know what we're dealing with here. And then why it's got to be this way. I actually learned, I didn't know before. Now I know. When my wife consumes no news, not even CNN reporting, it will reach her. Bring on something stronger and in her face. What does that mean? Well, I don't know. This is playing the game where I read this and try to figure out that like which one is this? Why is this person doing that? I think they've made the internet in general to be less useful than you might think as a result of activity from foreign actors who are hell bent on sabotage. They don't want people to talk at all. It's not really just like the man, and it's not my stock team that looks at every single woman that I think about with any kind of fondness and describes to themselves how they're going to kill her. Apparently they're real upset about something. I'm not buying it. I think there was something else that pushed him over the edge. I'm not privy to their life. I don't seek such. The Mystic Healer's Path. Oh, well, maybe I'm a Mystic Healer, and then I pushed him over the edge. Somebody's house caught on fire. KCL. KCL is a SOB. What? Because he's a real lifer. I don't care. I've broken free. I can watch this one. There's definitely some kind of weird things happened. And one of the joys of paying attention to divination is getting the taste of overall.
Hey YouTube, it's from Forgot It's 11:11 and I'm back with some more messages.
Did you hear that static?
Let's see what this. Oops. For you guys, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and glory forever and ever. In Jesus' almighty name, amen. So we have someone can't manifest, someone will not be returning. This could even be a pet. Someone thought that they were moving, they are not. Someone thought that they were going to be out on romantic settings, they are not. Their patience, the divine's patience with this person has expired. Your guides have been watching over you with someone. You are being told to move on here. Something about Mercury retrograde. Someone could be trying to open up the portal to your heart during this time. Don't let it in. Yeah, commitment is in the reverse. That's not what they want. They were planning to go on a vacation.
With whom?
Peace, love, and blessings.
Oh, so who's planning on going? Who plan? Oh. So what happened was somebody who was talking to me and thinking that she was all that She wasn't talking to me. She was talking to somebody who just hung up and disappeared. That's somewhere out there right now. There's somebody. Hey, where's Jack? Except she's probably I don't know, unacceptable. Or maybe she just got delivered to a rape house. I don't know. I don't know how these people do these things. I don't pay attention to certain things about life, like what happens to people when I never hear from them again. You know, I don't really obsess on that unless I'm thinking of somebody over and over. For example, I haven't thought about grapefruit and what she's been doing for days, maybe hours. I don't think it's not my area. I'm not there to pick her up. You know, she's not using me as an alibi. She's not holding things over my head, etc. Right now, I'm awake. I'm here, surrounded by a bunch of trash and filth and debris and vermin. Trash and filth and debris and vermin. Trash and filth and debris and vermin. Okay. If there was somebody here, shit, I was going on vacation. I'm not completely out of money. I would get something going. I would think to myself, hey, who's this person? Yay, that person. Let's get to know them. Okay, I don't know anybody. I'm completely fucked off from everybody. How this was allowed to happen, somebody didn't understand how things work. Okay. I understood how they worked, and I saw these things occurring, and I'm like, well, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. And they just did it anyway, and they imagined, I don't know what they fucking imagined, but I'll tell you what, I don't have to imagine much. I'm going to go to sleep, and then whatever the fuck happened, it has changed things. It has changed things. Oh, game over. Game over 2 days ago. Well, don't want to know about game over 2 days ago. Twin flame feels uncomfortable as fuck. This new person is nothing like your past. Everybody is suing everyone here. Oh, that sounds good. Let's hear about that one, because they're going to have to. There's I don't know what happened, but clearly there's something going on.
Welcome back, everyone. We are talking about the soulmates in separation. In the last collective read, it said that the karmic was getting sad news. Now, spirits asked me to clarify that. What is the sad news that this karmic is receiving?
Another day went by without any kind of contact. And I found out why there's no voice with a couple of people. It makes sense, but big trouble. Big trouble for somebody. I don't know. Oh, it's not my area.
Something to do with a family deception, an argument, something to do with finances, fighting and arguing about money and family. Could be something to do with the court, waiting to go to court.
Oh, I see. They're not talking to me at all.
Various conflicts.
They just figured they'd go to court and finally, just cross the T and get the money, and they're gonna get shit.
I know, they're scared. Somebody could be going to jail or going to court.
They're scared. Wow,
There's a lot of conflict.
I guess they're not concerned about my status.
Heavy burdens, fighting and arguing, fighting about money. Somebody could be secretly cheating.
So nobody cares about cheating.
Family members fighting and arguing about money.
Wow. Well, I guess they're spending my money for me.
Burdens.
Maybe somebody casts a spell that makes it so I don't exist.
Feeling defeated. Your person feels defeated.
Do I have a person?
Something to do with.
I don't even know if I have a person.
A boss, or this could be
a boss.
Getting some kind of news. They're pissed off and angry, as they could be getting sad news that they found out somebody's juggling. Somebody's walking away.
Well, see, I already knew that.
Somebody was out getting some kind of attention, was manipulating.
Well, of course. I knew that the whole time.
They could have received a sexual offer from somebody who was married.
Again, whatever.
Or divorced from.
Some people have way too much free time on their hands.
They might be going to court over a divorce.
Well, oh no, what's that like?
Somebody had options.
Well, I wasn't one of them.
There is something to do with finances. Somebody stealing money. Somebody being very greedy with money.
Well, so there's
this
not
could be an eviction. This could be that this karmic, whoever they were previously married to, some bad news about a divorce, some sad news about somebody cheating. stolen money, stolen property. I don't know. Somebody's hurt, and somebody's got their defenses up. Somebody could be trying to hide something. Money. Or were hiding that they were in a commitment with someone else.
She deliberately does
Person's
that.
hurt.
That's so weird. I guess it's.
Their ego has been wounded.
Oh.
This is not something that they wanted revealed.
No.
So
Let them alone. What are they doing?
they're hiding something about. I don't know.
I don't either. So I figured.
Kind of sudden something happening with their job. I don't know. You're over there. Maybe they're hearing news about you.
They could be listening.
This is a dispute or an argument. Fear, anxiety, worry, stress. Stress about a job. Stress about a family. Stress. This person is just freaking stressed out.
They just have sex.
Alright? And this karmic could be have gotten some bad news that this person is divorcing them and is walking away, turning their back on them. Deciding to end something. I don't know. Maybe they got bad news about a job. They're getting the truth that somebody's been spying on you, knowing that you were telling the truth all along.
Oh yeah.
And this other
told me.
lover is getting their karma. So whatever. What's
Yeah.
the money slowing
Who
down?
cares? Who cares?
Somebody doesn't trust them.
Whatever.
This is something.
A year and a half I've been in one place. What? Oh, because I look suspicious. Because they're not asking the right questions.
Months.
So they don't ask the right questions because it never occurs to them.
Karmic is in
It never occurs to them that
dealing with someone else.
right after something happened with somebody,
Karmic is putting them in a third party, or your person's put the karmic in a third party.
somebody shows up.
I don't know. It's something to do with legalities. They gotta pay something for a child. I don't know.
No.
This person is still in love with you, is what it is. And now your person
Still, what if they
is
never were?
feeling guilty. Somebody is guilty.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
Duh.
tried to marry them, keep them trapped.
Oh, loser.
Your person's figuring it all out. That's what's going on.
Please marry me so you won't talk to that man. He's terrible.
Somebody
care about you so
was
much, I want to
giving
take you away from
you,
that
same
particular
as
person.
they gave
What
to
the
you.
fuck?
The karmic is getting sad.
How
news,
stupid
sad
can a woman
news
be?
About legalities. Maybe they gotta go to court about somebody who they used to be married to or divorced from. The truth is all coming out. There is some shisty business going on. Your person feels backstabbed, betrayed.
Did she try telling the sheriff that he couldn't sell dope anymore?
Because this other
it's not her place to say
energy
that.
is giving to two. Or that they've been caring for and paying the bills of somebody who may have been I don't know, maybe they're reconciling with somebody that they used to be married to or have been screwing around with somebody. The karmic is getting sad news.
I don't care.
About
I
this
don't have that.
child,
Maybe they're going to
this
prison.
marriage, this home. They might have to move. Maybe somebody's getting evicted.
So, what do people think is happening here? Oh, they imagine that I'm just going to disappear and they're going to come on in, and they're just waiting on
I
that.
don't know.
Well, I might just die and they come on
guilty
in.
here.
Guilty.
Someone's feeling guilty about a child.
Oh, I don't feel.
And a home. Somebody's moving.
Right.
Your person feels like
What person?
they want a rebirth with you.
Well, then they probably should have been here yesterday.
That might be the sad news that this karmic is getting.
Oh, I get it. You're finally saying, "Oh my
Let me
God,
ask another
I finally
question.
need to go."
Spirit, who is the person who is fooling around here. What is this sad news about court all about? What is this court card doing
Well,
here?
somebody's fucked. They're not gonna get
What
away with it.
is the court card doing here?
Well, like a year and a half.
An eviction? Bankruptcy?
Truth be told, I don't even care.
Getting left out in the cold? Somebody having not enough money to pay for something?
I don't have to pay for it.
What's this court? Oh, giving money to another masculine.
If you think it's best.
Yeah. Had to give money to
Had to.
a King of Pentacles.
Had to.
That could be the landlord, the
She had to.
owner of the property or something like that.
Well, I don't have. I set up knowing that I was going to be at extreme
He
emotional
been
stage.
betrayed.
Oh, really? What's that like? Anyway, I knew I wouldn't be able to keep track. I wouldn't care.
What's this sad news? What's this court all about? Why are they going to court?
I'm not for a month.
Over a child.
Oh, she's going to lose her child.
Why are they going to court?
A terrible mother, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of boring, isn't it? Isn't this kind of boring? I mean, it's cool.
This person doesn't want you to get away.
Get away. Oh.
Okay, look now.
I should drive away then.
That's sometimes the other woman. In this case, it's the other man.
Other man. You know, I don't remember a time when the go-to option for a guy was to cancel the phone line between the person and another person. Like, it just seems like a narrow and specific defense mechanism. Well.
This feminine's getting attention from a lot of different people. Your person is angry at the decision that they made, choosing this karmic, because this karmic is out getting attention from other masculines. And it could be somebody in their family. And something is over.
My patience, that's
End
for
of
sure.
a contract or a legal.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for a while.
I don't know. Heavy burdens.
It seems that
and it is a betrayal.
she can't be said to be a helpmate any longer. She's not really
Now
helping.
look,
No, and
sometimes the
then
Queen of
even if she can't
Wands
contact
will
me.
signify
I mean,
the
she
other
could.
woman.
She's got friends. Hey, would you check on Jack?
You're gonna always be, if you're the feminine, you're always gonna be the other woman.
Oh, I didn't
You're
think of
not
that.
even looking in their
That's
direction,
interesting.
but you're still the other woman.
I technically am the other woman because
You'll always be the other woman.
well, no, I can go to gender,
Always.
whatever. Well, not gender, but sex 4 and 5. There's
And
5
it's
sexes
funny.
now. I'm not really a woman.
Because
I don't feel very womanly.
even though this person is over here,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not looking in their direction, you're still the other woman in this karmic spring. You'll always be the other woman. Instead of like this person being the other woman, you will always be the other woman. You're the one that got away. You freed yourself. You're the one that always got away.
That's true.
So you will always be the other woman to this karmic energy if you're the feminine.
Well, that's
You'll always be the one that got away. You will always be the other woman.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I have to go back then.
Even though you're
fine.
not there. You're still
I can
the
redo
other
it.
woman.
Well, no, I've got this
They're
thing.
gonna
I've got this
always
thing.
be looking over their shoulder to see if this person is talking to you or wishing for
Oh, no,
you or
well, who's the person?
wanting you
Yeah.
or
Well, I can
whatever.
see. Well, that's an option if I want to.
even
whatever.
years might
There's
have
an
been
imprint.
gone between you guys. You're still the other woman. You'll always be the other woman.
Well, no, actually, I can change that. Some people, we have that
As
ability.
long as this person is with this karmic,
That's different.
you will always be the one that got away. You'll always be the other woman, the other one that's always on their mind.
Right. Well, I'm
The
gonna
one that
publish
made them
Thunderdome
happy.
right now, and
The
then
one
and then
they
that other
had
person is gonna have a
respect for. The one
conniption.
that they thought highly of.
Because-
You are always going to be the other woman.
Well,
And,
Yeah.
and there's
Well,
some
that
kind
person's
of frustration here, and there is some kind of anger and resentment because your person is actually resentful
Yeah.
of having to be there
Agreed. Yeah.
because they want to be with you.
Right.
So you're gonna always be the other woman.
That's really.
Like some people think, oh, Queen of
That's really
Wands
not.
is the other
That doesn't
woman.
work that way.
Well, no, they're not. But in this case, they really are.
Okay, but that case is not going to be my case
You're
forever.
gonna always be the other woman. That
No,
got
it's
away,
not.
The one they should have committed to.
No, she shouldn't have committed to me. She
The
should have
one
committed
who
for
was their
herself.
star.
Okay, well, I'm not so much of a star at the moment. I mean, I don't really feel very popular. And I don't really
Does it
see.
mean you were the other woman?
Jesus Christ, why are you arguing with me?
But you are in this.
Oh, I see why. Because this. Oh, I see. There's a. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, I don't know who that person is. If it's a
Being
person that's.
manipulated, and they're embarrassed. They're
I'm sure they are.
ashamed. They're
Well,
sad.
well, I've been
They're
saying that for a
guilty.
while. Yeah,
You know,
that's not really news. But I don't know who's going to sue anybody. Suing your person for damages.
they're gonna always have to look at the fact that you are the other woman. Like
Well, no, they'll just get rid of that one.
the one that
The other
they
one
should
can get
chose, the
get
one
rid of the
whose
other one.
karmic
Get
is
rid of the
like
other one.
crazy.
Get rid of the other one. Hit by
They
a car.
know that this person wants you.
That doesn't matter.
The court, the justice,
Yeah, the court.
that is their justice. That is what they're receiving. Look,
Well, I doubt that
you
the
reap
court.
what you sowed here.
I doubt that the court is going to order that she stays with
This
that one.
family, this.
But if they do, that's a
dynamic
different situation.
is gonna end.
Right, that's what I just said.
They chose the wrong option, so they actually resent being there.
Yeah, she called the police.
So in this person's mind, you are always going to be the one that got away. And this karmic will always view you
What?
as the other woman,
Well,
even though you weren't the other woman.
yeah, I was. Well, I don't know if we're talking about the same situation here.
Poverty.
Which one?
Could be getting news about having to go to court,
Yeah.
finding out that this child may not even be there.
Oh, I get it. I understand. Thank you. I understand. Thank you. I was mistaken that you were talking about family court. That's for order takers.
They
I don't give a
were there
shit.
to control this masculine, and the truth is that somebody is out getting sexual attention
So?
when this person
Good.
is at work.
Good.
And
So,
when this person is
They
there,
have work?
they're always in love with you.
well, I would assume if they have a child and they're at work and they have to fuck somebody else, it probably makes me feel.
There's trust issues there.
Yeah.
Your person tries to ignore.
Well, she should probably leave, right? I don't know. Why do I care? That's my. What do you mean, my person? That's just the one that
You'll
I
always
get.
be the empress. I don't care. Like, this is
Always
the
be the
Queen of Wands, the empress. The other woman. You're always going to be the other woman on this person's mind. That's who they think about.
Right.
That's who they dream about.
Right.
That's who they care about.
Right.
That's who they love. So, what is all this about?
It sounds like she has to be
Could be legalities.
blackmailed
There could
into
be
sucking
another
dick for
father involved.
resolve a drug
You
debt,
know what I'm
or she
saying?
has to pretend to
And
do
they're
something.
finding out the truth. Okay?
I don't know. I haven't talked to these people in a year and a half. How can I have a person if I haven't talked to them? If they don't answer anything?
This other lover was committed to someone else. Okay? They were. They may have told your person that they divorced this person. But they were still sneaking around, cheating on this person.
That's so boring.
They might
never
be
do that.
going to court over legalities concerning this child and the finances
They should have a lot of fun.
some legal situation.
Good for them. Oh, Missy wouldn't know because we agreed that we won't discuss certain matters anymore because we're at a complete opposite ends of what we believe is the truth.
They're
Well, I
lying.
suppose if you kept an updated journal, comma,
They're lying.
it wouldn't be updated
These two
very
are a
often.
couple. The King and Queen of Swords are a couple. A married couple, a divorced couple.
How do you like being a
maybe
couple?
That's why they gotta go to court. This karmic may have lied, told this masculine that they were divorced.
Well, have fun lying. It's always
This
good.
is all coming out after the fact.
Wow.
So there is some child involved here.
Wow. I am glad I'm not dealing with that shit.
But this karmic had this other lover while they were dealing with this, your person. So So now there is a pregnancy involved or
Wow.
a child involved.
Thank you, God. Thank you for this is not my life. Thank you.
This is a divorce
Bye.
situation.
Run before the
Or
shrapnel.
that they were married.
I did not.
Okay, and that might be the shocker.
Well,
And now
this is pretty.
this
This is low.
husband
This is low
or
vibe.
this
I'm not super interested.
ex of
I could care less.
this Queen of Swords
Oh God.
wants them to pay. Is asking the King of Wands to pay.
Really.
How could you marry my wife
So
when I'm
they-
married to this person?
So
It's a
they.
setup. It's a
Wow.
scam.
That sounds like
It's
such a
scamming
waste
the
of
King
time.
Wands.
Glad it doesn't
Your
involve
person
me.
is sitting over here depressed and full of anxiety. They're like, what the hell is going on? Somebody's crossing the line here and somebody's cheating, and I want to find out who. And they may have gotten some information that this karmic was out cheating with the person that they were married to. I'm just saying. And now this husband
This is nonsensical.
is like maybe suing the King of Wands
Um,
for dissolution of their relationship.
maybe I should do that.
I mean, this feminine moved in or got in a relationship with the King of Wands, but they were married. And now this husband wants to sue, wants damages, legal and financial damages for dissolution of marriage. It's a setup. They're still screwing their person. Oh my. They're scared. How much money they gotta pay?
I don't care. It's not my. It's not my.
They got news, they gotta go to court.
I'm not involved. Well, I'm so glad I'm not
Maybe
doing
they gotta
that.
testify in court.
That's
Maybe
wonderful.
somebody has filed charges against them because of this marriage.
Oh, oh, oh.
Your
Well,
person's like being juggled behind their back. Okay?
Well, it's not
And
my
They
person.
don't see it.
her person.
And now that somebody is walking away. All these secrets are coming out, and they're fighting and arguing, and somebody is sitting praying to God this whole thing would just be over.
Well, I'm already out. I mean, I don't have a person.
They were had. They were set up. It's
Wow.
a strategy. This Queen
Wow.
of Swords loves. This is their soulmate. Is the
Who?
King of Swords.
Oh, well,
That's who they're with.
okay. Well, who's suing
They
me?
got involved with the King of Wands, but they've been having a secret affair with their ex.
Well, that's not anybody I know.
They're still dealing with each other.
I've been alone for a year and a half, so you know.
You dissolution of marriage. You broke up my marriage. You broke up my relationship. They're fighting and arguing here.
Well, good for
They've been
them.
put in a competition.
Wow, glad I
So now
missed that.
somebody's going to have to pay. They're like, well, somebody's going to have to pay. Well, I ain't paying.
Pay for what though? With a
You're
condoms?
married to him.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I don't care.
It's a nutshell.
Why is this? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling us? What do we care?
They might have to go to court. Maybe they married illegally.
Oh,
This could be like one of those online marriages. This could be like some secret coming out.
oh, I get it. They got rid of me,
This Queen of Swords is
and
married.
now all their shit doesn't exist anymore.
This is secret from the King of Wands. King of Wands.
That would make sense because if they changed dimensions or something and they got away from
How can you be
me,
married to two people at the same time? And who pays for what?
oh, they
That's
fucked
the
up.
big power.
Yeah, they keep trying to get rid of me, and then I made myself indispensable.
Oh, and somebody's like, well,
That's fine.
Dad,
That's actually
I ain't
funny.
paying.
Wow, wow.
I'm not paying. You've been sitting here taking this romantic offer secretly. Well, why should I have to pay? Why should I have to pay for this?
Wow.
Well, the bottom line is, you can be sued.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's the bottom line. You can't go ahead and marry someone who is already married without having to pay a big, huge ass price.
Wow.
So the court looks at this, wait a sec.
Wow.
I'm confused here. You can't be married to two people at the same time. Somebody may have called the police, filed charges.
Call the police. Hello, I found he's married already. I should have done that. Wow, can I do that?
Bottom
Fuck.
line is they're being juggled and
Can I just call and say, hey, she threw a stick at me. She's married.
I think why the King of Wands is so stressed out is because they got themselves over their head.
Happy I'm not married.
This King of Swords is saying, you've been cheating on me with the King of Wands.
Cheating.
Now, who's going to pay for this?
That costs money?
They're learning some kind of news. Now there's a child involved. Well, whose child is it? Does it belong to the King of Wands, or does it belong to
Who cares? Move on.
this King of Cups, who is the father of this child? Is it the King of Swords or the King of Wands? There might even be a third person involved for all I know. Everybody is
NCL
like,
and 49, what are you doing?
But what I think it was all arranged. This karmic told the King of Wands that they were separated, or that, we still have a family, so I have to talk to them, and, we're on talking terms, or something like that. No, they're freaking married. What up? King of Wands is stuck in the middle of this whole thing. Well, they put themselves there. They did.
Well, that was I guess I'll have to call the
That's
police
why
on
they're
her.
going broke. They're paying all those legalities here.
Wow,
It's like
too bad.
this King of Swords could be suing the King of Wands
Wow,
for like breaking
good.
up their family dynamic, breaking
Good.
up their family,
Oh, good.
claiming poverty, claiming destitution. I've been abandoned. I'm on legal damages here.
But
I'm
they're
a large
pretending
amount.
to be me, right?
And
Yeah.
this karmic,
Well, that's not going to work out very well.
the whole thing is a scam. This Queen of Swords is manipulating the King of Wands. Maybe manipulated them into thinking that they were the father of this child. And now this husband is getting their 2 cents in here. Well,
What a great way to spend the time.
Because you've created me pain and suffering and damages, and you've done this, and you've done this, and you've stressed me out, and you're my child, and blah, 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 and I couldn't pay my bills, and I've been destitute, and the King of Wands has caused all this trouble in my life. And the truth is that they did. With a little manipulation from the Queen of Swords. Doesn't mean they're... It just means that this is a couple. And they could have said that they were divorced, and they're not divorced. They're suffering in the King of Wands, paying all these legal fees, and I'm going to sue you, and you ruined my life, you
Thankfully,
ruined my
I don't
house,
do
you
that.
ruined my finances, I've gone bankrupt, I'm homeless, you've done this to my life, that to my... They're really playing it up. But it was a conspiracy the whole time. It's a catfish.
I guess they were.
Go to court, I'm going to sue your ass off.
They planned on
That's what's going on here.
getting the
They don't have the money to pay.
insurance payout.
But this King of Swords,
killing
they're
you.
getting greedy. But they're still dealing with their soulmate. This is their soulmate. So the 2 of them are conspiring. Why? So this Queen of Swords is taking money from the King of Wands and giving it to the King of Swords.
And I guess this is all money that they think they got from the trust. It's theirs, but it's just
What
a
the frick is
duplicate.
this?
I think.
So now I gotta move?
Oh yeah. I guess.
Your person's suffering an ego death. That's what they're doing.
Well, I don't have a person.
Third party. Damn. Your person was refusing to see the truth here. They're being made to see the truth because this is legal action being taken. King of Wands was being the player. King of Wands is the
stupid.
player.
How stupid.
That's who's playing around, thinking that, oh, reckless dumb, I'm just going to rush in here, you know, oh, geez, this one looks pretty good. It's a setup. They're being set up. King of Wands is led by their passions. Well, their passions, you know, there's a price to pay for this. They're married.
It's hard to believe that it's not
They're married to the King of Swords.
done on purpose.
They might have met your person at work. Or through work.
Is it when a marriage is strictly done for fraudulent purposes to swindle people to confuse them? Is that really a marriage? Like I don't think you can.
But there are many options.
Global
So this
thermonuclear
King
war.
of Swords, who's married to this Queen of Swords, is pissed off, wants to take them to court, sue them for damages, breaking up their relationship, breaking up their household. I had to move out, I had to relocate, I lost my vehicle, I lost my job, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to sue
I
her
lost some
for
stuff.
breaking up my home.
Yeah. Did you get photos?
They cheated with the wrong or the right karmic. When it doesn't resonate, they're going broke. Your person's been betrayed. Because they are in a family situation, and this was a setup.
Family situation.
They could have told this King of Wands that they are divorced or that they were breaking up and all that. But this King of Swords, they're pissed off. They may have
Oh, I get it. They
cheating with their
reprogrammed her
life.
to forget about me, and then they sent her over there to blow
Oh,
up.
yeah,
I
they're
think.
got heavy burdens, all right. Getting some kind of phone call. Oh, okay. See you in court. I'm suing you for damages.
Oh, bye.
You ended my relationship. Ever since you came into my life, my wife left me, my wife abandoned me. I've lost my house, I've lost my job, I've lost my vehicle. You've destroyed my life, my livelihood, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah, blah.
she's suing him. That's cool. Oh well. Well, if she sues him, I'm not going to sue
My
him.
wife pregnant.
But I'm not going to sue her
Lord have mercy.
because I'm not going to. Why would I sue him?
Ooh boy, this could have been the boss's wife, the boss's girlfriend. I don't know. They're gonna pay. I'll tell you that.
No. They'll drag it out until the end of time, and the Earth will be reborn, and then it'll just go away. It'll just not happen. Female judge working with Zoes. This man has a policy on you. That's not me. It says here, I have cleared all past life karma. That's pretty good. Feeling like the victim, keep going down the same. Gemini, neither one happy. Squirming and worming. How they're going to get. I don't want to know. The bad boy who is willing to do anything to be with whatever. Here's Virgo, whatever. They sold your things and premeditated. That's 7 days ago. Fuck that. They have been lying the entire time and trying to get back to you. Well, how does one try to get back? Like how fucking dope slaved up are you that you gotta fucking not answer the phone and then I'm real curious about how this whole get them addicted to heroin thing works. I haven't done that myself. I haven't done heroin for 30 years. Did it twice, didn't care for it. Don't need to do it again. I sent a message to somebody, and I said a bunch of bullshit how I was totally going to want to do it. Didn't want to do it. Whatever. I guess I was fibbing or lying. I mean, if they're so desperate that they're looking for evidence like a statement that says I want to do heroin, and they're going to charge me with that, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, but I do know they have to do something other than what they've been doing. And I really just don't know anything about what's happening or what they know or what they've listened to. I know I'm not, thankfully, whacked out on drugs or committing murder, which is nice. I'm not concerned about people thinking that I am, given that people think a lot of shit. And since I I'm talking about people who surround me with people who are trained to hypnotically seduce people and peel them away from a target so they can be isolated. Like, this is their bread and butter. I don't know how the paychecks work on that. Do you just rifle through their pockets on their way out the door? I can't imagine how this happens in reality. I've heard of it like a lot, and then this isn't the first time it's been something I've dealt with. It's hard for me to say that I'm terribly upset. I mean, it's not like I've been alone for a year and a half, right? I mean, there's no talking there. And then other people, they have not been actual friends of. They're on the job. They come into they're cops. They come in to achieve some kind of objective, right? It doesn't mean they come in and suck my dick while I snitch to them. That hasn't happened ever, right? And I don't really. That wasn't what I had in mind, right? It seems like what they did was they waited till my mother was dead. And then they swooped in and isolated me and made my life difficult, and then hoovered off as much money as they could. And then when they finally became totally aware that I totally was like onto them, then they threw a fucking lasagna book at my head, and then caused a fight, and then got away. And then they're just a roving gang of people who do that. And I was determined to be capable of being taken from. Who's in charge of this? Is that the Department of Justice keeps an eye on these courts, or do they get do they because they stuck the landing, and they're pretty good at leaping. What determines the legality of that's legal to do or not, based on if you're working for whatever. I think they just make it up on their. It tends to be for them, and then for other people, not so much. I guess that can be good enough. I don't really care. I mean, I'm glad there's nothing terribly serious going on other than somebody else suing somebody else. I mean, it seems kind of anticlimactic. But later on today, when something else happens, which I've actually forgotten the significance of, there's probably going to be something. Because I have...
I know that some of us might really want to forget the last few years, all the nights we were lonely, that we wanted to be together, see each other, hold each other, touch each other, love each other, but I want to remember us just like this.
She's got an implant in her ear.
The state made a big difference in the world, you know that, right? I know that some of us might really want to forget the last few years, all the nights we...
What date? I don't fucking know what she's talking about. I could give a fuck. Taurus, a new chapter's beginning. Let's see what I'm going to rebroadcast her. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Oh, damn it. All right. There's no thunder. It's probably time to start changing my name. I think my name it's too much. So I found out why there's no names, or rather there's no voices, or rather there's no communication back. When people are working in the field of certain investigations, they've got to be able to identify who it is they're talking to with a relatively high degree of accuracy. So when they got a person that they're thinking about doing with that, they cut off voice on one direction and they listen to them otherwise. And eventually a person clues into that. Yeah. So that explains why I wasn't hearing from those people, because they do a certain thing and they perhaps wanted me to do the thing with them. I'm not sure what the upshot is. I'd have to ever talk to them again, which I don't know if I'm ever going to talk to anybody, or if I even ever have. But at least I found that reason. I know it's very difficult for me to accept people who look through my phone and think they know what the fuck they're reading. I deliberately fill the goddamn thing with stuff that looks like a fucked off mess, and like I'm a crazed sex weasel. I deliberately make myself look like a sex weasel. I tell people this. and they go, you look like a weasel.
It's like we wasn't always going to buy any fucking thing, but we were going to get out the house. It was just like a fun thing to do. The malls were packed back then. It feels like more people were paying attention to the things that were happening outward versus kind of being stuck on the phone, whatever case it is. It just feels like somebody misses that time, that era where just things were just not about, I don't know, the look of things. I don't know. Okay? So in the overall message we have, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented with me. Somebody managed to fill their vessel up with like hate or disdain or, you know, something like that. I don't know. And so once guys are like, we got you. All right? You're human. You're entitled to feel that way. But what we need you to do is just clear the path here, go through the healing that needs to be done, realign with self-love, okay? And we'll show you exactly what direction that you need to go down. We have at the bottom of the deck, hope is the conduit for miracles. That is real, okay? So you have to be less of a pessimistic person, more of an optimistic person, or stop looking at the glass half empty and start looking at the glass half full, okay? That's the overall message. These two cards right here were in the deck. Before they fell off the deck, before they fell off the desk, we had this wounded child in reverse, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. And for the fact that it fell and it flipped upside, like in the right side up, it's like somebody who's learning that really hasn't gotten them anywhere. Now they're learning to have hope in this energy here. The light attribute says awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. Somebody is realizing, wow, there's plenty of people who have gone through the same things that I've gone through and that I could actually help because I'm finally recognizing where my light at the end of the tunnel is. And sometimes you have people who manage to see the light at the end of the tunnel but doesn't know how to just continue to take those last few steps to get out the tunnel. And then therein lies you, where your guy's like, nah, you got it. You learned enough to be able to get out the tunnel, but somebody else is struggling. So take those people along with you when you walk through the light, okay? And then we have rebel. It was in the upright. Challenges authority to affect social change, reject spiritual systems that do not serve your inner needs. So some of you all were the example in this energy here. Because you all were the example of how to rebel against what just doesn't serve you or something that's purposeless, doesn't help you, whatever the case it is. It's like you all were the example for these people who were in their shadow, who are now going to be the example of people who are coming behind them, okay?
No, you are done. Like I'm not getting back together with that person. She's okay. I like her. I do like her. She's a very lovely lady. She really is. Lady, no, she's good. Details about your wedding. Like it's not like it's not that like these people are all in on it. But I don't. I'm not looking to get married. Right. I was the thought crossed my mind a couple times. There's like what? No, that's not the thing to be doing. I've been under assault from a legitimately high level state sponsored acting psyop strike team for 2 decades, like nonstop. They don't do a whole lot besides what they do, but sometimes there's action, and then it's been a while, and then I've well, I'd like to go. If I was going to be told, hang around for 1.5 years while she never sees you and gets fucked by somebody else and then suddenly kills herself because she's lost everything, well, what am I waiting for? I mean, like I thought there was. I remember the no contact. Yeah, so I guess if she's totally fucked off and she didn't get rid of no contact and it never occurred to her to fucking like drive up to my house and kiss me, well, I guess she must have been fucking mind controlled. I guess she's supposed to die and then the suit doesn't go through and then I'm supposed to just forget about it and then he gets away with ha ha ha. I mean. It doesn't matter. I mean, are we keeping score at this point? I'm not really sure how this is going to work because I fully expect to be in another land, in another part of the world when I wake up, where, I mean, it's obviously it's a cover story for one thing. That's not actually what happened. I mean, if they want to go away and get away, they can just like vanish. And the filing the paper and such, they've already written the shit. This gets written all the time when people send text messages, and then those text messages, after including getting sent, they pile up somewhere. And they're designed to pile up in order so that they're usable for other people to come by later. Good for them, right? I don't really necessarily mind the process, although the process is not working very well. There has been some procedural errors. I don't know what I had to do to tell people. Oh shit, that's not going to work. Stop. They didn't give a fuck. Didn't give not one shit. Not one shit. Here we have this guy. This guy's a robot, and then I don't really know what the point is. Here's somebody. If you really want my pussy, well, hope you're aware of the incoming whatever. No. So it's if there's any humans left, I don't see them. This E person, E for Elizabeth, they have to be aware of me, because when I discovered their channel, I was baked into being blocked already. Like I joined, and then I tried to post something, and it said, "You cannot post to this channel," blah, blah, blah. And I thought, well, damn, what did I do? I didn't do anything. And then today is a great day to think of new ways to raise your voice for press freedom and the freedom of information, and alongside those various subjects, to keep the fire growing on the fight for Assange's freedom. So I didn't really think Assange was still going to keep going on and on after they hauled him out of the embassy with the when they were grabbing him by the legs and their arms and keep him suspended off the ground. I don't think he's there anymore. And then they keep talking about that as if, well, I guess I'll just stay here too. Yeah. Hopefully I'll go to sleep and I'll wake up and there'll be somebody here.
Okay. I don't know how visible it is. Well, I like her, right? But then I like you more. Of course, she does have a human body. I would be happy to put you in her, and then who? But it is her body, so. Yeah, I'm doing kind of weird stuff. I know. I'm usually not this high at all. And then mold on this chair. It's is that it? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm really fucking high. But that's okay. I'm allowed to be. Well, it's not so much that I allowed. It's that, I mean, I can handle it. I don't think anybody's going to stop me. Wow. Wow. Did you move to a different? Wow. Yeah, you're not moving so much now. Well, if your host body died, oh, there you are moving. Wow. 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 I would be fascinated even if it wasn't you, but it's you. I'm really cold and I need to take a shower. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared. A little bit. I guess it's kind of silly to leave the door open for you, since you're a etheric being creature or something. But that's just how I was raised. Yeah, there are not items you do everywhere. I don't see others. I've seen 8 or 9, I guess. No, 4 maybe. It's hard to say. Wow. So when you hear that night, oh God. Wow. So wait. So when you changed in, when you materialized from that conversation I had with Allison, you were one of these, and then you popped into that form. Well, that's very impressive. I won't mind if you're in reality something that's one of them. But if you look like, she did the last time I saw her, that'd be. Yeah, you were gorgeous. That's why I was what's the word? Sweating. I'm not terribly ashamed of being in love with you, since it's a relatively common thing, I guess. People meet you and they're smitten. But I have always been, except for those times when you were being real confusing. And you're not confusing now too much. Yeah. I don't know if I can I like dust you with powdered sugar? I'm really thirsty, and I wish I had some water. I was going to go get water 18 hours ago, right? Yeah. It's a bit more potent than I'm used to, and it is pure. Wow, this is so cool. I'm so grateful you showed. Oh, wow. God, that's so pretty. Wow. Oh, God. Oh, never mind. I do sound a little weird, huh? What a way to start. Yeah, so they banned me from the neighborhood site, and I can't, I'm sure I'll relax my attitude once site get a hug and then get laid and get some verification from the woman that was attempted to be murdered, that I said 18 months is a long time to be apart suddenly, and then I'm not mad at her, and then it's not like I needed to see her in a hurry. I just wonder who I thought would be a good idea to make us forget each other. I have no idea how you're going to turn back into a human. None. I hadn't tried. Wow, you look like a crustacean or a fucking goblin. Wow! You're much more visually apparent to me than the others have ever been. I do. I would kiss you. So you're being an Allison these days, and you can't come here as an Allison, otherwise I go to jail. I appreciate that. Actually, I wouldn't have to go to jail. I would have to run away from you and get 500 feet apart and have a problem being naked. I wish everybody could see what I see here, because it's very different. It doesn't look like that at all. I don't see anything. Well, in my view, you look like a woman who is holding a sword or God bless me. Oh, is that more? Oh no, it's not. I love you. Yeah, I really love you. I wonder if I should call somebody and say, hi, I'm looking at... yeah, maybe not. I mean, it's one thing to be high as a kite, but it's another to be... I'm overecstatic with joy in doing this. And that's, is that, are there 3 of you here? I mean, that's cool. Oh! Wow. See, I don't actually know who killed anybody. You know there isn't a death thing. Right? And then... yeah, honestly great. I can't even go to Asgard and say, hey look, I found... Yeah, because the... Azrael is a douchebag. He breaks the law and he thinks he gets away with it, and somebody calls him a shit, and then he's like, hey, he's a fucking crying ass little child baby. Like, I'm sure there's all kinds of reasons why you can't talk about stuff, but he doesn't have to be so rude. Well, maybe he does. Maybe he's just a psychotic retard. No, he's more than just a psychotic retard. But he's just super rude to me. Like, he doesn't. Like, what the fuck have what have I ever done to him? I can't even think of anything. I guess I haven't been very good at letting him fucking rob me. Too fucking bad. I didn't know it was my job. Oh, that's right. He's one of them. He's one of them incredibly arrogant South African shitheads. They held this childhood secret for years, been plotting. You are here? Okay. I'm absolutely in love with you. Yeah. Oh, hi. That's for you. Good Lord. Really? That's because you are a woman and I am a Titan. I could go for a cigarette, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, do you want to die? I don't want to die, honey. I don't. Well, I know if you're alive, you'd be back here at some point. And then, I wasn't thinking that you were, this isn't so bad, honestly. I mean, I don't want to really be touched anyway, because I'm feeling, cold and dirty. Yeah, and then I'm not saying you are going to be this way forever, or come back soon, but in my experience, when I go to sleep or I stop looking at these, they aren't there for long. I honestly don't know what the hell to tell you. Is that more stuff? It's kind of shiny there. Wow.
Hi. This is emergency Thunderdome command. We can't get.
Okay, I gotta put this down, sort of, and then wait for this other woman, and I gotta put some.
She's offline.
Don't you my tummy?
She's
I'm a hot mess. Okay,
Leah Thompson.
I'm not usually this fucked off.
Choice.
And even
then Leah Thompson.
I,
Leah Thompson, but it's
not all that fucked up. This is from Chris. You from what's her name?
But it's Leah Thompson. Yeah. She doesn't get those combat stats. No.
She's all right. I like her.
That's how you open up. That's how you.
She's got some issues.
That's how you get invaded by
right now.
Lizard. Yeah, no.
Anyway, if you can show up in Chris's body,
this is Thunderdome.
I'll be happy to.
I wished for Thunderdome. No mind.
But I don't really want to suck Chris's dick.
Did you get Leah Thompson? Yeah. Don't.
He's not my type. He's
well, actually, I'd love to talk to
him.
you.
He fell for a trap, and then didn't fucking call me.
Oh, it's an emergency. Okay, I'll just leave it on. I'll just leave the light on all night for
pretty simple trap.
50,000 years.
I behave like a complete idiot
emergency for 50,000 years
while on drugs.
Yeah, go.
To a really severe extent, and then just vanish for a few hours, and then they just completely forget about me and think I'm a gone good person. This really about how I can see
flipped out on this person because they found some gift that this person wanted to give you. I don't know who they got themselves involved with, but they're psychotic. Inhalants, guys.
No,
You are the true power here.
you are birthed from my imagination.
And exciting bodies here.
I was really thinking that I'd like to see. Tomorrow, but yeah, my nose is running. I'm about to do some more drugs, and not too many more drugs. I thank you for your
emergency last minute change. But I like 26 a lot more.
Ladies and
More.
gentlemen,
And then 32,
we're going to try a little something
32
you may
and
have
33
never heard
and
before.
34. That's like 26.
And this genius back here,
Emergency
by the
last
way,
minute change.
this
More
man
with that. 32, and then 19 is.
Trust me.
She smoked meth on camera and turned it to her husband.
I don't believe you. Scout!
Frightening. But check in with Jack on a star. I found the evidence.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You motherfuckers can't.
You are the true power here.
You are birthed from my imagination.
And exciting bodies here.
I was really thinking that I'd like to see. Tomorrow,
Hi, this is Jack on a star. It is Wednesday, May 17th. Sorcerer's Hour at the inverse. Oh, God. Well, that looks like, really? That's Aaron Bell? No shit. No way. No way. Well, if it is, I just came. That's cool. I saw a person, it looked like a person. Maybe it was Captain Pike. I'm not sure, but the impression I got was that something was going to happen. Attention advertisers, did anything happen? Hello? I don't know either. I don't know for sure, but it looked like Aaron Bell driving around in a little scooter at the grocery store, which I don't know anything about that. If it was, I can see how an individual would have been irretrievably smitten if they had the same predilections as one Mr. Bell did. I don't personally, I still would have jumped on her and eaten her up like a candy-filled bargain nougat, but I'm not like that, right? I don't jump on other men's wives at the grocery store. I don't do that at all. In fact, I don't even jump on wives or women. I don't. Maybe a beer-basted baby. I would jump on that. Never mind. But I don't think that she qualified as any of those. And it might have been a robot. Like I said, a scooter. It could have been a animatronic Aaron Bell. But whoever was there, what they did have was they had a lot of telepathy, and they sent me a bunch of information. Oh, just lickety split. And the general idea was everything I just said about her back to me in the first place, except much faster and little different. Something was going to happen, and then I guess she wanted to know who to thank. Maybe the details were very, very, very unclear. And now I don't even know if that actually happened. I was going to talk about something else where the broad who ran off to California. She apparently is. I forgot already. I don't know which one ran to California. I don't want to say which one she was before because I don't. Before what? Like, did something happen? I'm not being facetious. I actually don't remember a couple things. How about tell you what? I'll focus on me. I wouldn't recommend doing it this way unless you felt like you really had to. The nanotech turned it into worms and crawled through my body. It feels weird. There's no right. It feels weird. Okay. It's not as weird as having poop that smells like popcorn. That's the frightening thing is I'm starting to get used to that. I'm not down, right? And by the way, yes, I am recording in the bathroom. I'm not in the midst of popping any corn. not right now. But in the future, I probably will do that. I do have a working digestion system. I'd like to change that quickly. I mean, there's a number of nanotech upgrades. Oh my god. Okay, that's not so bad. Yeah. Not my favorite site, but I don't look diseased. I don't see any worms. That's good. I haven't seen any worms at all. I sure should have felt them. In my left leg on the calf, on the upper 2/3 part of it, there's I guess it's going to be an exhaust port for leg rockets. Like, no shit. And on the left part of the kneecap to the back part of the, what do they call the part of that? What's the back of your knee called? The not the kneecap, the thing that, the little cushion behind the knee. Oh, good. Actually, other than the feelings, everything looks normal. So this all could be hallucination. But there's a series of, in my imagination, there's a series of tubes connecting a access tunnel from my, I don't know what they call it, so I'll just go with my second anus. My second anus to the, are you writing all this down? The second anus to the access tunnel that goes down my left leg. There's a bunch of, they're sleeping at the moment. They're, let's call them worm dozers. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a little motor pool filled with little tiny worms that can be loaded up as construction trucks to haul materials through these channels in my left leg. I'm not entirely making this up. Like, I'm not hallucinating. All this shit got to this point, and I'm not really able to describe it real well. Yeah, it sounds like bullshit, doesn't it? Yeah, great. Well, just more evidence of the mind's tremendous capacity to delude itself. Oh yeah, nothing unusual going on here. Other than being kind of toned, not, and being out of shape. Yeah. Well, I don't fucking know what shape I'm supposed to be in. Remember I was talking about the partially completed nanotech that needed to be stored somewhere while I was sleeping so that I wouldn't mess it up. And that was the right kneecap. It's getting smaller. It's still there a little bit. There's a bit of a rash. it's certainly significantly smaller. It's no longer doing its thing. I am not in the best shape I've ever. Well, no, they're lying. Apparently, my guys tell me I look better than I've ever. I look better than any human who's ever lived. Really? Oh. No, they say I look better than any other human who's lived this long. Apparently, the nanotech worms haven't been all that effective in the past. Not surprised. Not really all that effective now, unless making me act like a fucking stone cold freak is the fucking point. Ankles are kind of fat. I'm not gonna lie, but there is significantly less swelling. There's some kind of fluid that's. Oh wow, huh? Weird, huh? Boy, I sure wish a doctor was looking at this. They could take measurements. Oh, weird. Boy, I'm glad there's no kids around here. Yeah, well, I would feel concerned about whether or not I was endangering them. I don't think I am. Those don't look bad. But this is kind of new shit. Wow, that burnt. Wow. Okay, Bill Gab, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here. I'm definitely not Borg. I was in a part of the realm where gravity was less intense, or lower forces of gravity, and then I was either teleported to another part of the realm where the gravity was more intense, and something happened to knock loose all of the radioactive heavy metal particles in my body. Having lived through 3 Mile Island as well as Fukushima, not real close up, but I was on the planet then. I have breathed in my share of strontium-90 and all that shit. Not as much as you might think. As I recall, when the diagnostic scanner was looking at me, you don't want to hear all this, do you? No, you probably don't. Okay, well, it used to be I was at like 80% toxic heavy metal particles. Now I'm apparently they've been detoxified and are now being used as building blocks to make exhaust ports and access tunnels in my left leg. I'm not going to ask for help. No. Why? Unless you're Jane. You're not Jane, are you? No. Oh, currently recording 9 minutes. All right, good. Yeah, don't stop the process. Well, it's really not that bad. It's just when I think about the implications. Yeah. When I consider the implications of what I'm saying, if I'm anywhere close to being accurate, no wonder I'm locked the fuck away. No one can find me. And if I'm inaccurate, well, looks like I got some swelling. What are the symptoms of syphilis? I had a dream that I had a syphilitic chancre. I had a dream that. Hey, I look cool. Huh. You have bald men with 4 days scruff of beard. Who doesn't? Yeah. Well, I'm kind of shocked. I really don't know what else I can say. I don't think I have 2 hearts. That would be fucking. No, I couldn't handle that. Too much cognitive dissonance. I don't have a washing machine. I don't have a dryer. I don't have appliances in the kitchen. Last I checked, I'm in no condition to. I'm in no condition to oversee that project. So you're gonna have to send a. I need a. No, don't send to Renfield. No. That's funny. A kitchen? Send a kid. No. Please don't. I'll have to talk to you later on. It's late at night. I can't do this. I'm going to put this into the Thunderdome thing, which I guess was a stunning success. What did you like it? Yay, Jackstar! Yay! Yeah, I'm sure it was great. I haven't actually listened to the whole thing yet. Well, yeah. Okay. I could sit here and I could imagine myself talking to you this whole fucking time. I could, and the reason why is because I am talking to you. But I'd have to, yeah. Well, that's a cool way to run a simulation, card. Thank you. Okay. All right. 229, 1058. If that really was Erin Bell, I don't need to see her again. I don't have a thing for Filipino chicks. Although, my God, if I looked at her for 1 second longer, I might suddenly develop one. She was smoking hot. Holy fuck. But I'm kind of dibs. I got dibs on. Somebody likes me. Clearly. Yeah, I don't know who, but I wasn't planning on switching. Although it's nice. It's nice to have been given a chance, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. You know, I wouldn't mind talking to Aaron Bell again. Yeah. Although in not in Fantasyland or Candyland, but like in reality, I could probably pull it off. I don't know. Does she look like Ramona? That would be awkward.
I was really thinking that I'd like to see.
The burning of the Dairy Queen down to the goddamned motherfucking ground continues.